Welcome back to the new lesson of Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can organize your objects or eventually your shapes and also photos in Microsoft PowerPoint. So, without any further ado, let's just jump on into the lesson. So as you can see that I am using Microsoft 365 Edition. Now first thing what I'm going to do is open up Microsoft PowerPoint. Now what I'm going to do is delete these text boxes, because obviously I'm not going to need any of those. I'm going to click on new slide and start off with two more of these blank. Okay, now I'm going to do is duplicate these slides, and you can see that I can make my slides. And you can obviously make new slides by clicking on new slides from over here, and eventually if you want to delete them, you can just delete from here or click on the slide and press on delete, and you can also organize them according to your desire. So first things first, what I'm going to do is go to insert and click on shapes. I'm going to need like 2-3 shapes. I'm going to click on over here. I'm going to make perfect size shapes by holding onto shift. I'm going to go to insert again, click on shift. I'm going to do is select on this. Let's say I'm going to keep it something like this. I'm going to click on insert, click on shapes, and obviously just as I told you, I'm going to need 3 shapes. Okay, so I'm going to click on this, and now I have 3 shapes in my screen. So what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So what I'm going to do first, as you can see that when I click on them individually, that they have different kind of spaces in between them, and I have to align them according so that all of them has same type of space in between them. But what if I need to do that all together? So what you're going to do is select all of the shapes, press on shift, and click on the shape or object which you have in your screen, and all of them will be selected. Now I'm going to click on arrange. When you click on arrange, click on align, and let's say I'm going to do is distribute horizontally or vertically. Okay, I'm going to click on horizontally, and they will be perfectly aligned. Eventually, if they are like this, let's say I'm going to click on over here, and now I'm going to select all of them, click on align again, click on align, distribute horizontally, and now they have perfect shape. I'm going to click on over here, press on align, distribute vertically, and now they are perfectly in shape. I'm going to click on arrange again, click on align. Now I'm going to do is align to slide. Now they will be aligned to slide. Now if you want to group all of them together so that you can move all of them together, which is going to be selecting like this, and you will obviously see that all of them will be selected. I'm going to click on arrange, click on align, and you can align wherever you want. Let's say I want to align them. Let's say I want to align them at the middle, and you can see all of them are now perfectly aligned in the middle. Now if you want to group all of them together, you can use the keyboard method and also the mouse method. Obviously, I'm going to suggest you to use keyboard method because keyboard methods will help you save a lot of time. So if you want to do that, just press on Ctrl G, and now you can see all of them are now together, and you can move all of them together too. Let's say I'm going to click on all of them together, and you can drag them wherever you want, and they will be in perfect shape and also perfect position. Now if you press Ctrl G again, okay, I'm going to click on over here. They will not be ungrouped, but if you want to ungroup them, click on arrange again, click on ungroup, and they will be ungrouped again, and now you can move them individually back together again. Okay, so you have to keep those things in mind and how you'll be able to do it. Now if you want to format them, you can also do that. Just click on shape format, and you're gonna have all the tools what you can do. If you want to merge shapes together, click on merge shapes, and you can combine union and all of those, fragment, intersect, subtract, and all of those. So first off, let's start off with union. If you want to do union, what you're gonna do is click on over here, and they are not together, right? So click on shift, both of them, click on shape format. I'm gonna do is merge shape, union, and now both of them are now one shape. Just as you see on icons that some of the shapes are together. So that is how icons are made, or you can also group them together and they will be basically it. But when you group them together, you can still individually select them. So I'm gonna show it to you. I'm going to click on both of these shapes, and when I'm press Ctrl G, and they are together, but yet you can select them individually like this, right? You can move them wherever you want, but they will still be together. But when you do union, they will not be individually be selectable. Okay, so you have to keep that thing in mind. I'm going to go to insert again, click on select on them, click on shape format, go to selection panel or selection pane, bring forward, and all of those, and you are going to see that you will be able to arrange them according to your design. I'm going to ungroup them. I'm going to click on it again. I'm going to go to shape format. Now what I'm going to do is select on merge shape or whatever you want. Let's say I'm going to click on over here. Let's say what I'm going to do is click on union, shift, I'm going to click on merge shape. Let's say I'm going to combine them. Now you can see that both of them are combined. And if you're done with it, just you can press Ctrl Z and they will be back together again. Or individually you can like select them wherever you want. Now I'm going to show you something else. Select both of them together, click on merge shapes, click on intersect. If you intersect them, they will intersect between each other. Okay, let's say I'm going to click on I'm going to do is click on over here, click on shift, merge shape, intersect, and you can see that the part which is not intersected is going to appear over here, but the other part is not going to be visible. Okay, you have to keep those things in mind. I'm going to click on arrange again, and you can see that there are a couple of these tools. Okay, I'm going to show you a bit later. I'm going to go to insert or go to home, click on arrange. What I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. Okay, I'm going to go to shape format first, end up with the merge shape. If you want to subtract it, you can see that now this part is subtracted. Okay, but if you don't want that, I'm going to undo it and undo the part. Okay, now this part is subtracted. Okay, now let's say you want this beneath this shape. Okay, now you can see that this box is overlaying that shape. What if you want that to be underneath? If you want that to be underneath, if you've seen my previous video, you already know that, but eventually I'm going to show you. So there are this bring forward and send backward. Okay, if you want to send it backward, and now you can see that this shape is now overlapping this one. Okay, but if you click on send backward again, this shape will overlap that one again. So this is like very simple, right? You can also go to selection pane and drag this right over here, and that will also do the same thing. Okay, so this is like very simple. I'm gonna go to insert again, and now I'm gonna do the same thing with photos because all of them are quite the same. If you want like text box, you can also do that. You can also edit the shapes according to your desire. But like you already know all of those if you've seen my previous videos. Now I'm gonna do is start off by adding in photos and do the same thing because shapes and photos have the same kind of features and what I did right now. So I'm gonna add in some photos from my desktop. Now you can see on my screen I have 2 photos. Okay, so you can do the same thing with these photos too. So first things first, I already have my selection pane on. Now let's say I'm gonna overlap this one, but what I'm gonna do is just click on air, and you will see that this photo will be visible now because this is going to overlap it. Okay, so that is going to be up to you. If you want to crop photos, you can also do the same. Click on crop, and you can eventually crop the shape too. Okay, you can select the aspect ratio, you can select on fill, or you can select on fit. If you want to crop them, just click on crop, or you can also select over here, and then you have the crop tool. Okay, so this is like very simple and how you can arrange your object in Microsoft PowerPoint. Just click on crop again, and that will be done. I'm going to do the same thing over here by clicking on crop, and I'm going to crop those photos. Let's say I'm going to click it over here. I'm going to arrange it a bit like this. I'm going to select this photo and drag it over here. Now I have perfectly shaped 2 photos. Okay, if you want to change them to shapes, just click on crop and crop the shape and select the shape which you want. Let's say I'm going to click on the circle, and now you will see it will turn directly into a circle. You can also do different type of shapes or all type of shapes Microsoft PowerPoint has to offer. Let's say I'm going to select on this one right now, and it will turn into something like this. Okay, I'm going to press on Ctrl Z because I don't want that. I'm going to click it or select a shape where I can perfectly add in my photo. Let's say I want a triangle, and now you can see the triangle or the photo has turned into a triangle shaped object. Okay, you can also do the same thing just like I did previously in the video, like in this video. Okay, if you want to send it backward or forward, you can also do that. It's like send backward, and now it's backward, send forward, and that will be like forward. Okay, now if you want to change the or reset the photo, just click on reset photo and it will revert back to its default self. I'm going to click on over here, reset the picture, and now you can see that this is how it was on default, but I actually cropped it. But what it detects is what type of format you're doing after you're done with the crop. Okay, you can also add in all of those. Well, that is I'm gonna show you in a a later video. Well, you just have to follow the steps and you will be able to align and also group all of your objects in your screen in PowerPoint very easily, so you don't have to worry about anything, and you can eventually also fix the crops or fix the photo by using numbers too. Okay, so hope you guys understood everything in this video, And thank you for watching this video and staying with us. Welcome back to the lesson of Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can basically edit your photo in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, you might think that it is not possible to get a professional grade photo edit in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, that is basically, very gettable because this is a presentation based, program or presentation based software where you can make your presentation. But it obviously has the capability to give you a professional or a subtle or a normal looking and obviously a presentable type of photo edit in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, and obviously Microsoft PowerPoint has that capability. Okay, so first off, you can see my photo, but I'm gonna add in another photo on my first slide. So what I'm gonna do is click on insert, click on picture on this device, and I'm gonna show you my photo. Okay, now you can see I'm gonna select any of the photo which I want. So let's say I'm gonna start off with this one. Click on insert, just select the photo, whichever one you want, and it's gonna take a bit of time, and then it's gonna show you the photo. So first things first, what I'm gonna do is going to be a bit different. When you click on the photo, you will see it will take me or open up a new tab called picture format. Okay, well, you can also see sometimes when you select on shape, it opens up shape format. When you open up chart format, and all of those chart designs. Okay, so when you click on photos, it's going to open up a new tab called picture format. Okay, so that is like very simple, and obviously that's going to happen. So how you will be able to add or edit your photo. So there are a couple of these tools which you can do. Eventually, you can also remove the backgrounds too in Microsoft PowerPoint without taking a bit more hassle, okay? Because Microsoft PowerPoint also has that capability. So first off, we're gonna start off by doing some corrections on the photo. I'm gonna click on correction. Then you can sharpen up your photo or soften your photo. You can fix the brightness and also the contrast, and it's also going to give you a small type of preview, okay? So what I'm going to do is going to be selecting on the ones which I actually want. So let's say I'm going to use this one because this has contrast to be -20 and brightness to be 0. But if I want it to be a bit different, I can select on this one too, which also offers me a good type of photo. So I'm going to select on this because I can remove the background more easily on this one. Okay, because as you can see, the background is a lot more white right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is select on correction. I'm going to soften or harden the photo or sharpen the photo according to my desire. Let's say if I want this softened 25%, it will soften up my photo. But if I sharpen it up to 25%, you will see the details will increase. So I'm going to select on this one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to be changing the color, or also known as the filters. So so you can select the color saturation, what type of color saturation you want. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be 200%, but eventually if you feel like it's a bit too much, you can select on the default one or maybe a bit less. So from here, I'm gonna do is select on this one because I actually like it, and when you click on it, you will see that it will be applied to your photo. Now what I'm going to do is going to be going on color again. Now I'm gonna select on the color tone. If you want your color tone to be, the temperature, or fix the temperature, you can also do that. If you want your temperature to look warm, select on these parts. Okay, these parts, which is going to be 11,000, 1200K. Okay, but if you want it to be make it look a bit more cooler, you can select on these parts. So I'm gonna do is select on the warmer side because I'm gonna need it. Okay, but if you want it to look cool, you can also select those. So I'm gonna select on this one, and you will see that it looks a bit more dramatic. I'm gonna click on color again. Now I'm going to select on the color, which type of filter I want. Okay, now let's say I'm going to go through each and every one of those. You can see that this is grayscale, this is sepia, then we have washout, black and white 50%, 75%, then blue gray, the blue accent, then orange accent, gray accent, gold accent, blue accent, and then green accent. But from here, I think I want it to be grayscale or no color, okay? But you can select whichever one you want according to your desire. If you want to put it on a presentation, you can select on these colored ones too. It's also going to show up in a really good way and a good manner, okay? So let's say I'm going to keep it to be on no color. If you want to change the variation, you can also select the ones which you actually need, okay? And that will be directly applied. If you want to add transparent color, you can also do that, and the colors will be transparent, okay? You can see right over here, but I don't want it. I'm going to click on undo because I don't want any changes done on this photo, and I quite like the photo edit which I already did. If you want like more picture color options, just click on here and it will open up this section where you can also do a lot of these things, okay? You can like fix the color saturation, you can add presets, saturation, color tone, temperature, then recolor them according to your desire. If you want to add presets, just click on over here and select whichever one you want. So I'm going to keep it to be like this, okay? Now we're done with this color section. If you want to add in artistic effects, you can also do that, which is also like, you know, kind of like filters. You can use them and go through each and every one of them, how those actually look. Okay, this is oil and this is marker. Then we have grayscale, pencil grayscale, and all of those according to your desire. Well, use the ones which you need, and then it will be directly applied to your photo. So I'm not gonna need any of those. So I'm gonna click on nothing, and I'm gonna go over to artistic effect and nothing. So because I don't need any of those, I'm gonna click on it again, and it will open up on my first one. Okay, I'm gonna click on the photo. It will take me to picture format. I can select the transparency. If you wanted to, you know, like make it a bit transparent, you can also do that. And there are also a lot of formats which I'm going to show you in this, you know, interface. Now you can select the transparency. Okay, let's say I'm going to keep it to be something like this. Okay, transparency 15%. Now, as I have my photo over here and also my picture format, now you can compress your photo, change the picture, and also reset the picture. If you want all of the formatting to revert it back to its default self, just click on reset picture, but I don't want that, so I'm going to keep it right here. But even if you select that, it will revert back, but I'm going to press on Ctrl Z because I need the formatting, okay? Now you can change the picture. If you want to just click on change picture, and it will open up the same interface just as it did while, you know, adding in the photo. You can select on compress picture. If you want to do that, you can select on over here. Let's say I'm going to keep it on high fidelity, press on OK. It will compress my picture into, you know, a smaller space, okay? A smaller space, which is like, you know, smaller data, okay? And which makes the photo bit more, you know, supporting in whichever device you're using. If you want to add picture style, you can also go through them and see whichever one you need, okay? You can also add frames, which is, you know, shown over here. You can make it circle, oval, whichever one you want, but I'm gonna keep it to be very normal. So I'm gonna keep it, let's say I'm gonna go through each and every one of those and select the one which I need. Let's say I'm gonna select on these ones, okay? I kind of like this one, so I'm gonna select on this one maybe. Okay, I can also select this one. Okay, this one also looks good. Now the next thing which you can do is going to be picture border, picture effect, and picture layout. If you want to add picture, you know, border, you can just select on this and it will open up a lot of these, you know, colors you can select from. You can also select standard colors, and if you don't have the color which you want, just click on more outline colors and select from custom from any of the photo. And even if you have like hex codes, you can also type in your code over here and press on OK, and that will be done. Okay, but I don't want any picture border, so I'm going to keep it to be like this. If you want picture effect, click on over here, which is also the same kind of like this. You can select on presets, whichever one you want, and all of them will be directly applied. If you want shadows, just click on shadow and it will open up that interface where you can actually, you know, apply that type of shadow. Okay, now we have reflection. If you want reflection, just click on over here and the reflection panel, or, you know, the reflection will be applied. If you want glow, you can also do that, and all of them will be directly applied because as you can see from my screen, the photo is now emitting a kind of glow. I'm going to select on this one. Now my photo has a bit of glow. I'm going to click on over here. What I'm going to do is crop it a bit. If you want to do that, just click on crop. I'm going to click on over here and drop it a bit. Okay, so it is like perfectly aligned to my screen. I'm going to click on over here again and click on crop. And I'm going to do is drag it a bit over here so that this is aligned perfectly. Now all of them are now perfectly on my screen. Now what I'm going to do is going to be select on picture border again. If you want different type of picture borders, you can also add that, okay, just as you did on text box, and also, you know, shapes. Okay, all of them are available over here. If you want to add alt text, you can also click over here and add in your text, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to need it. I'm going to cut this part too. And then you have the selection panel, like selection pane. You can arrange your photo and also your shapes just by doing that. If you want to rotate your photo, just click on rotate, and you can rotate according to your desire. If you want to flip horizontal, you can flip vertical, 90-degree, and also 90-degree over here. But if you want more options, click on more, and you can do all of that according to your desire. So now you know how you can make a photo edit, but the last thing which remains is going to be remove background. So I'm going to select on this, click on remove background, and what I'm going to do is, first off, Microsoft PowerPoint is going to remove it on its own, and you can see that this part is going to be remaining. So I'm going to do is keep changes, and you will see only this part is over here. But if you don't want that, click on undo and click on remove background again. Okay, then do all of that up to me. Okay, so I'm gonna do is mark all of the areas according to my desire, and then it will show me up the part which I actually want. So I'm gonna click on keep areas to mark. I'm gonna click on over here. It's gonna detect for a while, and obviously going to show me the result a bit later. Okay, now you can see that the part which I actually want is now increasing. So I'm gonna click on over here again, and you can see that this part is perfectly selected so that I can keep those parts. So I'm going to click on over here too, and it will take a bit of time so that you can do them perfectly. But obviously, if you want professional grade photo edit and background removing, obviously you're going to need better softwares, okay? Because this Microsoft PowerPoint is going to give you decent type of tools to do all of those, okay? And you can obviously use those photos too in Microsoft PowerPoint. Now you can see that this part is also kept. I'm going to do is select this part again so that I can also keep the hair of this guy in this photo. Okay, I'm going to click on that part. I'm going to click on, let's say I'm going to click on over here, and you don't have to do it marking up each and every pixels. Now you can see that this is perfectly selected. So I'm going to click on keep changes, and you can see that I have perfectly cut photo on my page, and that is how you will be able to edit your photo according to your need in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so obviously if you need ready image or fast image editing on softwares and you have to present them, obviously Microsoft PowerPoint has this capability to do that. So hope you guys understood everything in this lesson, and thank you for staying with us and watching this video. If you didn't understand a part, please let us know and we will guide you through the process. Welcome to a new video of Microsoft PowerPoint. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can edit your photo in Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, obviously Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation-based software, but yet it also has the capability to edit your photos and make it presentable, okay? And it also has a vast amount of source where you can also get your videos and also import or export your photo or video from your PC or eventually online, okay? So let's start off by adding in our video and then editing it in such a way so that it looks decent. Okay, so first off, what you're going to do is click on this insert tab, and you can see on the media section there is this video. If you've seen my previous lesson, you already know how to add in your video. So what I'm going to do is click on video, and you have these three options. So first off, let's start off with the online video, and you will see that an interface like this will appear up. And one thing you have to keep in mind that when you are using online video, you have to stay connected to the internet so that you can use it. Okay, you can also use these type of URLs so that you can paste it in your Microsoft PowerPoint. Well, Microsoft PowerPoint supports these type of videos from YouTube, SlideShare, Vimeo, and also from Stream. You can just paste the video URL and click on insert, and that video will be inserted in Microsoft PowerPoint. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on video again, click on stock videos, and it's also going to show you Microsoft PowerPoint type of videos or the sources Microsoft PowerPoint has to offer, and select on the videos which you actually need. And you can also search on this search bar. Let's say I'm going to need something water. Okay, let's say I'm going to search for water. hit on enter, and all the water-based video will be over here. Eventually, not only water, but it also has a vast amount of storage and also vast amount of source so that you can select on them, and you also have recommended searches. Okay, let's say if you want green, just search for green. If you want dark, search on dark. If you want the background, you can also use it and eventually use it for your presentation. So I'm not going to use any of those. I'm going to click on video and select on this device, and obviously an interface like this will appear up. You can see that this is the pop-up, and select the drive or select wherever you have your video. Now I'm going to use this one. I'm going to click on over here and press on insert, and you will see that my video has been placed on Microsoft PowerPoint. Now what I'm going to do is make a subtle looking video. So first things first, what I'm going to do is play it for a while. And you can see that this is the video which I'm going to use for my presentation. Okay, so this is book related. Now what I'm going to do is click on this video, and you can see that I have 2 more tabs opened up in Microsoft PowerPoint. Obviously they are going to be very useful. If you want to edit your video, you can see also the same type of tools will be available just as you edited your photos. So first off, let's start off with correction. If you want any correction like increasing or decreasing your brightness and contrast, select on the ones which you actually need. So I'm going to select on this one or maybe this one, okay, which is also like usable, and you will see that video is now being applied, or that like, you know, edit or correction has been applied. If you want to like change the color, you can also select from whichever one you want. So let's say I'm going to need this one to be black and white or grayscaled, but if you want a different one, just click on over here. Let's say I'm going to use this one, or maybe if you want more color variation, just select on the ones which you need. Let's say I'm going to use this one, and you can see that it has been directly applied. If you want to click on color, you can also see that there is video color options, and you can select it from over here. Okay, just as you did on photo edits. Now we have is poster frame. If you want to add poster frame, just click on over here. Let's say I'm going to use current frame, and it will open up a tab where you can obviously use poster type of frames, okay, on current frame. But if you want image from file, just click on image from file. Then you can see that there are a couple of these type of, you know, options to select on wherever you want, stay connected to the internet if you want it. But let's say I'm going to use icons first. Let's say I'm going to like apply one of an icon. Let's say I'm going to click on this, you know, as balloons, hit on insert, and you will see that it will be directly applied. And you can see that this is the poster frame, and when I play it, that video will appear up. So that means that this balloon or icon over here is just the cover video, okay, or the cover image of the video. Okay, so that is how the video or the poster frame actually works. But if you want to reset it, just click on reset, and it will revert back to itself or the default self. Now if you want to reset the design, you also have this option. You can reset the design, and you can also reset the design and also the size. So when you like, you know, change the size and you want it to be back to its shape, just click on over here, reset design and size, and you will see that this is the type of, you know, default video size. Okay, but what I'm going to do is resize it so that I'm going to paste it on my screen. I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to do is resize it so that I can see, or maybe like put it on my screen. Now you can see that this has been put on my screen. Okay, until you see that the red line appears when you are resizing it, that means when you hit the red line, it is perfectly aligned or perfectly positioned on your screen. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Okay, I'm going to keep it like this. You can zoom in and out by pressing on control and also your mouse scroll key. Okay, you can scroll out, you can scroll in so that it will zoom in and out. You can also select the video styles by selecting on them. You can see that I am selecting this one or maybe this one or this one, whichever one I need. Okay, let's say I'm going to keep it to be like this, like my previous photo. Okay, if you want video shapes, you can also do that. Let's say I'm going to click on over here, and you can see the video has turned into a shape. Okay, you can put them anywhere you want. You can also resize it according to your desire, and it will just give you the final result. If you want to change the border, you can also do that just like you did on photo. Okay, photo editing. So you don't have to like, you know, see all of it. The extra things which you have to learn is about the playback. Okay, so the playback section contains all about the playback tools. You can cut it, you can add bookmarks and all of those, like fade in, fade out, volume, start, and all of those. Eventually also insert caption. So first things first, if you want to play, just click on play and it will play. If you want to pause it, you can pause it from here too. If you want to add bookmark, just click on bookmark and you will see a bookmark will be added over here, and eventually you can like select the place. Okay, you can also start from here. Eventually you can just select which part you want to start from. Okay, so that is what adding bookmark means. So I'm going to click on over here, press on pause, and you can also remove the bookmark. Okay, so you can like select a specific timeline in your video. Okay, you can also trim the video. Just click on trim and you will see that an interface like this will appear up. Then let's say I'm going to trim it to be over here and see it over here. But if you want more specific times, you can like type in the time, whichever one you need. Let's say I'm going to type in 0 and press on OK, and it will start from that time. It will process for a while and then you will see that the video has been trimmed. Okay, now you know how you can trim your video. You can also trim it from the last end like this, right? Now I'm going to do is type in 0 wherever I want. Eventually, if you want milliseconds too, you can also do that. And Microsoft PowerPoint has that ability to do that. Now what I'm going to do is add in fade in and fade out. If you want to add in fade in, so I'm going to do is type in 0.1. Let's say I'm going to type in 0.01. Hit on enter. And what I'm going to do is start on, and you will see a fade in will appear up. Let's say I'm going to type in 0.1, hit on enter. And when I play it, you will see a fade in will appear up on your video. Okay, if you want to do that same thing, you can also do the fade out on the last end, hit on enter, and at the end, it will also fade out. Okay, you can see the fading in, and at the end, you will see it will start to fade out. Okay, now you will see it will start to fade out, right? And if you want to add in more video, just do the same step of adding in the video, and you will be able to do that too. If you want to fix the volume, you can also do that. You can mute it, you can add in high, you can add in medium, you can also add in low. Then the thing is, let's go to presentation mode. And now you can see the video is not playing. So what you have to do is click on it and then it will play. But if you don't want to do that, I'm going to press on escape. Then what you're going to do is, let's say, play full screen and hide while not playing. And let's say not click, but automatically. Okay, so now I'm going to go to presentation mode. And you will see that it will start playing automatically just when you go to presentation mode and you don't have to click. So these are the options what you can do. So if you want it to start from click on when clicked on. And if you want it to start automatically, just click on automatical and it will start playing. Okay. Then we have is loop until stop. So if you want your video to loop, okay, so it will play over and over again until you want it to end, then you can click on it. So I'm going to go to presentation mode, and obviously it is for, let's say, how many seconds it is. So it's about 6 seconds. So now I'm going to go to presentation mode and stay there for more than 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it will start off again. See? So this is how you will be able to loop your video over and over again until you actually want it. Now, as I pressed escape, that is how you will be able to get out of the video. Now, another thing is that rewind after playing. So when it ends, it will rewind. So I'm going to go to presentation mode again, and you will see that it will rewind back to where it's going to start or where it's going to end. Okay. Now you can see it will revert back. Now it is like going and, back. Okay. So this is how it actually works. Okay. Now you know how you'll be able to do editing or video editing in basic level in Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'm going to do another step. Let's say I'm going to click on it and show you an example. So what I'm going to do is go to video format. I'm going to click on reset all of it. Now what I'm going to do is duplicate the slide. Now I'm going to do is click on over here, click the video, go to playback. I'm going to trim it a bit. Let's say I'm going to trim it from, let's say from 7, not from 7, but I'm going to keep it over here and end it on, let's say, something over here. So I'm going to click on 3, 0, hit on enter, and that will be basically it for 3 seconds. Now I'm going to go over here, click on the video. I'm going to click on playback, trim the video. Now let's say I'm going to start from 3 and end it till it ends. Okay. So I'm going to do is start from 3 seconds. I'm going to keep it over here and I'm going to cut it. Let's say I'm going to type in 0 and let's say I'm going to end it over here. Next thing what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. Okay. So let's say I'm going to press on OK. It will process a while. And then what I'm going to do is going to be, let's say from here, I wanted to add in transition. Okay. I'm going to add in transition and I'm going to go over here, click on this video, go to video format or playback. And I'm going to do is loop until stop and automatically. Okay. And now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on the video, go to playback, play full screen, not loop, rewind. And I'm going to do is just directly go to that slide. Now I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to go over here, change the format a bit, click on video format, click on color. Let's say I'm going to keep it to be something like this. Now you can also add in your text. So I'm going to do is go to insert, I'm going to add in my text. Let's say I'm going to text box. I'm going to add my text to be something like, this is the video result. Okay. Now, as I did that, what I'm going to do is add in some animations too. Okay. So I'm going to make small version of, presentable type of video editing. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to do is add animation, and I wanted to like fly in, or let's say I'm going to fade in. Now that is it. What I'm going to do is change the font. Okay. I'm going to go to insert or home, click on a font which is doable or looks a bit better. So I'm going to select the one. Let's say I'm going to use Forte. Now I'm going to do is increase the size a bit. Now what I'm going to do is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to go to presentation mode. And you can see that this is starting. And you can see the white part over here is how it actually looks like. So what I'm going to do is remove that. So I'm going to do is, let's say, click on over here. I'm going to click on transition. And from here, what I want to do is not on mouse click, but after, okay? So I'm going to do is after 0.001 seconds, so it will change. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing to here over, like after 0.001, go to presentation mode, and you will see that when it ends, it will go directly over here. Okay, but if you want to like change the in between the distinguishment, you can also do all of those together. So I'm going to click on over here. What you're going to do is change the duration. Let's say if you want to change the like remove the duration, you can also do that. And there are also a couple of these effects. So I'm going to do is click on mouse click, but after. Okay, so that will be directly applied. So what I'm going to do is going to be adding in sound. If you want to add in sound, you can see a lot of these sounds. You can use them, and that sound will be played on your video. Now I'm going to go to presentation mode. You will see that after it ends, it's going to directly show that video. Eventually, it might not have like, a specific or a perfect type of, distinguishment or, a smooth transition, but yet you will be able to present it because that looks a lot subtle. Okay. So hope you guys understood everything about this lesson on, video editing or, adding in a video in this file or in this PowerPoint presentation. So thank you for staying with us and watching this video up till the end.